when Danny Minogue asked what happened after, and Nay said, "Oh, she got married to her ex." Why was Priya mad?
Because did that not happen? Let me tell you something. The way Nay came out the gate with the guns ablaze, I screamed. I screamed.
When she's like a BB moment, which is like a beautiful black moment. Did we get any of those in this episode?
Black.
We have a chaotic vibe moment of the chaotic vibe moment. And you're watching Black by Reality. Black by Baddies. And those who love us.
Hello, you are watching and or listening to Black by Reality, a place for Black by Baddies and those who love us. As you know, we have been covering I Kissed a Girl, and it's sadly already wrapping up, but the good news is that I have two great guests to talk about these episodes with me. One you've already seen before, Sabiyah Broderick of Survivor 45. Hi, Sabiyah.
What's going on, guys? How are y'all?
Good. And then a first-time guest, Tiffany Nicole Ervin from Survivor 46. Hi, Tiffany.
Hey,
guys.
And Juju.
Yes, and a cute, adorable dog. So, Tiffany, I think just to start off, we're basically only a few weeks out from your season ending. How has life been for those who are also Survivor fans?
Life is starting to quiet down. It's suddenly become a lot more peaceful. I feel like the last several weeks have been probably some of the most chaotic weeks of my life. But now I'm starting to seep back into normalcy, which is not a bad thing.
Nice.
Right. Yeah.
And so what were your thoughts when I was like, hey, please come on and talk about this show called I Kissed a Girl? I'm finding out you like Love Island, so this is not totally strange territory for you.
No, this is totally not strange for me at all. I'm a big reality TV show girly. I watch the competition shows. I love the dating shows. And I had never seen this show before. So when I was supposed to, I think it was episode 7 or 8 that I was supposed to come on. And I watched them and I'm like, wait. I can't just pick up here. I need to go back. I need to watch it from the top, because this is one of those shows where I need all the mess so that I can give a very informed opinion when it's time to discuss. But I thoroughly enjoyed this show. It was insane.
Yeah. It is insane. We can start jumping into the last couple of episodes. Sabiyah, last we left off, Ava put Priya on the spot, was like, hey, you've been saying this, and this about Hannah. Yeah. The girls confronted them. The next morning, Priya and Nay are just cuddling in the bed, not wanting to do anything with anyone else.
Yeah. I mean, but they've been the power couple really the whole season. So I feel like that also gives them they feel like they have the standing to be able to check other people and kind of bring things to people, because they've been solid and they've been the go-to of the whole house. So between them and then Georgia and Kara. So I don't know. It wasn't really off track. Plus, Priya is kind of low-key messy. You know what I'm saying? So
messy.
Yeah. So I wasn't even really that shocked that she did that. But it is what it is. They're running shit right now. So
the phrase "it is what it is," I want to retire it. After these two episodes.
All right, that would be my one for the show.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this cast.
No, for sure.
And specifically, it was Priya who liked to say "it is what it is," and then Nia flipped that at the reunion. But we won't jump there. What is your take, Tiffany, on this couple who's been together since the beginning?
You know what? I have interesting feelings about this, because the character arc from who I liked to who I disliked, complete 180. In the beginning, I'm like, oh no, Nay is unserious. She's here to play games. And then by the time we got to the end, I'm like, okay, so Priya is the unserious one. And in fact, I misjudged Nay. My girl was actually here looking for love, and Priya is playing in people's face.
Sabiyah, I know you're happy.
Because I've been Team Nay this whole time. I love her. Like, she just seems so cool. And then she's a fellow, Virgo gang. So, like, I understand how she think, and I understand how she be going about stuff. Like, gentle, sweet, but still, like, will stand and ride for that person. So, yeah, I've been loving Nay this whole show.
I was a little rocky in the beginning on her because of that little stunt that she pulled with Demi and Priya. And I'm just like,
Right.
what are you doing here? Like, what's the gameplay? Because it seemed like she was trying to give off like a little shady energy. But
Yeah.
then after that, like, she quickly like moved me out of the uncertain territory. But then Priya started getting on my nerves. And I'm like,
Yeah, no, I feel like in the beginning, she was just in the beginning. Like, we don't know, I don't know how they are in between like their shoots and stuff like that. But like, I feel like she was just trying to keep her options open, and she didn't want to put all her eggs in one basket. Which on a dating show like this, like you say you like Love Island, like you already know, like you put all your chips in the middle, that's when you get left, and that's when you get kicked out the house. So I just feel like she was just trying to kind of like, okay, like, it's a show, so let me see. And if the connections are there, then I can explore more and have more options. But I feel like she really did like Priya, but she had a connection with Demi, and she was right. Like, she was within her right to kind of try to explore it.
Yeah. Because the way them other folks were bouncing around this whole season, I'm like, I
finally got the food.
Oh my God. I was sad when Fiorenza left, though.
Oh, I was standing ovation. I was clapping.
Like,
get out of here. Because that was like her fifth girl. Like, she,
I know
I'm exaggerating.
Was crying. She was crying.
I know, but y'all get on Nay for having like one little, you know what I'm saying?
No, it was the way she was doing it, though. It was just like, it just seems suspect because she's like, I want to keep them on their toes. I'm like, okay, girl.
No, like, I feel like she was being cheeky, like she was being like cute with the camera and the confessionals. Like, we all have done that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like with Fiorenza, like, it was like as soon as a new girl come in here, I'm like, oh, on to the next, on to the next. Beth didn't get no chance. Like, it was just different people, and I'm just like, dang, like, I was so happy that Amy didn't pick her. So freaking happy, like.
I was happy that Fiorenza was not picked either, but we cannot deny how iconic Fiorenza is, because the way people are still bringing her up.
Yeah. I mean, she was on the show since the beginning, so it's like, I mean, it's kind of hard not to be an icon when you've been like the messiest one of the whole season. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, the day has ended, but like, she really just could not get it together, and it was her own fault, but she was pointing the finger the whole time. I'm just glad that Amy saw her for what she was and decided to go with Hannah. So I
really like Hannah for Amy, if I'm being honest.
I know.
I ain't really like that couple.
I like them because it gave Amy a chance to be wanted. Like, Amy had been getting
that I'll agree with.
Yeah, and I just didn't agree with Fiorenza trying to jump back and spin the block just because it didn't work out and stuff like that. I'm like, man, like, they claim to be best friends and stuff, but you don't do that to your friends. Like, so I would rather her go and it not work out with Hannah and her have, like, you know, the affair chance.
Actually was like
and attracted to her and like wanted her from the jump, than her to be going back to Fiorenza so that she can get right. Like, I just
I agree. I agree. So basically the next day, Hannah and Priya had to have a conversation, because this whole thing started because Priya's besties with Amy. She was being protective. So they basically said, we only have a few days here. They didn't even really like get on the same page. So we're like, we only have a few days here, so we're going to be cool. And then we meet the parents, which I don't know about you, Sabiyah, but this was crazy to me.
I was shocked. I was like, okay, like, this is what we're doing. Like, you ain't never seen that ever really happen. But I mean, I guess for what is it? Love Is Blind. You know, you see it on there where.
I think Love Island USA, they meet family too.
They do.
Okay.
But that feels so much more different because they're there for 8 weeks. Like these people have known each other maybe half that, and they're introducing to the parents. And what Amy and Hannah does in front of her family and friends,
I tell you, like, my soul left my body. I cannot imagine doing that in front of my parents. With somebody I met a couple days back, no.
Yeah.
Maybe on my wedding day. That's it.
Yeah. They had like a really big physical chemistry from like the beginning, but I was gagged. I'm not gonna lie.
That's too much.
I wrote down, I was like, this is some white nonsense. What do you mean you're sticking your like tongue down each other's throats? And the sisters are just sitting there like, okay. And the parents too is like,
yeah, it was not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, it was hard to watch.
It was so weird to watch. They go their separate ways, and then the big thing is that Hannah tells her family that she doesn't want to put all her eggs in one basket. But you are literally, Amy's the only option here. What are you talking about?
Right. But she is still new, so I gave her like a little bit of a pass on that. But it was like kind of weird to hear, especially for like Amy's part. You know what I'm saying? Because she's been waiting and waiting and waiting. So yeah, I don't know. Which I
made me feel like she didn't really like her like that. I'm like, everything with Hannah felt very like, and I'm not sure, kind of, sort of. I feel like she went hard in the beginning so that she could solidify her position in the house, and then she started like kind of being wishy-washy.
I agree.
I feel you.
Yeah, I was so happy for Amy too. Like, but when she started acting funny, I was like, ugh. But at the same time, it's like Fiorenza would have acted twice as funny, so I don't even really like. I still feel the same way about it. I still feel the same way about it. She had opportunities to show her that she was for real, and she fumbled it. And I don't really care if Hannah fumbles. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, because at least Amy got a chance with somebody else.
This is true. Yeah, she saw it through.
I was thinking about that.
So we're going to the final kiss off if we want to go there. What did you think the answer was going to be? And then we can go into what it was.
I thought the answer was going to be exactly what it was.
Okay.
Based on their chemistry and the way they were acting towards one another, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
I agree.
Dang. All right. Well, this was insane to watch when two people don't turn to each other. Basically, Amy turns around, Hannah doesn't. The reason Hannah gives was, what was it? She didn't turn because the emotional connection, which they lean on this way too much. First,
like, y'all know each other for 4 days, bro. What emotional connection are y'all gonna have?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they don't have that. Hannah's wondering if she should have picked Fiorenza, which is a slap in the face to Amy.
I really wish that Hannah would have stopped bringing up Fiorenza so much, because it's like, why is that name coming out of your mouth every 5 minutes? She is gone, babe. You need to be focusing on Amy.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. This hurt. Like, when she didn't turn, and it's just embarrassing one. I mean, how embarrassing. And she poor Amy, like, I mean, she just can't get up from getting ran over. Like, she just been getting ran over the whole time.
She been getting ran over.
But rather her like not turn around than fake it the whole time, and then them have some weird stuff in the reunion and stuff. So it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
that was tough.
It was really tough. Okay, so at this reunion,
look at them.
Look at them. So basically, because different was such a big thing, Hannah explains that different is a good way. Amy is funny, which everyone would describe Amy as that. And then she said she got in her head about whether Amy would turn. So then she didn't. Amy was like, actually, I wish you would just think about what you wanted instead of what I was going to do. And I think that's completely fair. I think Hannah should just say she didn't want to turn around.
That part.
Yeah. I don't think she wants to look like the bad guy on TV.
She didn't want to look like the bad guy. And she also didn't want to look like a fool. Like, she didn't want to be the only one to turn around if somebody else didn't. So she's like, I don't care if I like you. I'm not going to turn around if I think you're not, which I think is whack.
Yeah, super whack. Especially if you're on a show that's like the platform is about love and like trying
Putting
to find
yourself out there.
Putting yourself out there, exactly. Like it's weird. That would be like going on Survivor and being like, oh, I don't want to do the challenge, or I don't want to look stupid, or I don't want to try.
Exactly. Like, girl, what?
Like, this is what we here to do. Like, get it together. Yeah.
Yes. I found out something on TikTok. So this is an interview that it was really awkward actually, because Amy and Hannah did an interview together. Hannah revealed she actually started feeling Ava. And that was also part, and Amy was like, oh, I wish I knew that. So yeah, that probably also plays into Eva's answer.
Yeah. In the land of the lesbians, anything can happen.
Yeah, and Eva also, I don't really know how I felt about her either, because she always felt a little bit uncertain to me. And I did not like, granted, Priya was being messy, but Eva, don't try to bring this whole situation in front of everybody under the guise that you're trying to be the peacemaker, because you are doing the exact opposite right now. You could have went to Priya and said, hey, you know what? I don't think it's right that you're talking behind so-and-so back. I think you should go have a conversation with her, rather than coming and stirring the pot and then backing up like you didn't do nothing.
Yeah, no, I agree. And she really hasn't had that type of hat really in the house too much anyway. So like that was very weird. It didn't seem like it tracked. Yeah, it just seemed like she was trying to get more screen time or something.
Yeah. Like, girl, what? Who told you to do that? It was a terrible idea.
I agree.
Oh my gosh. Going to Eva and Meg, I mean, yeah, she was just like, clean my hands out of that situation. Meg's like, I don't even want to deal with drama. But Eva has something else to worry about, because Meg, she had the audacity to say she was falling for her in the last compatibility thing. So she's about to run for the hills.
Which is, honestly, did that catch y'all off guard or no?
It didn't catch me off guard. Not for Meg and her personality, no. Eva's response following told me everything I needed to know about the trajectory of that relationship, though. I was like, oh, yeah, she finna cut and run.
Absolutely. Okay. The thing that she says later, I mean, I'm jumping a little bit ahead, but the thing that she says later was crazy to me, because it was literally at the final kiss off. So Eva, how dare she, by the way, how dare she dump Meg in a white tank?
Yo, I was looking at that. I was like, is she wearing a white tank?
What?
You even have the audacity to get flashy for this monumental moment? Like,
are you kidding
me? Hustle and flow.
A mess.
Yeah, she did look a mess. Even her face looks so sad. But to me, like we've talked about this. We like don't even really feel like she, like Meg, she was like kind of caught up in her being tall and this and that, but very cookie cutter. It's not really anything that really like screamed like that she was that girl. You know what I'm saying?
Very, like basic Betty.
Basic, yeah. Babe watchy. I surf a little bit kind of vibe.
Yeah. I think it was just like the mysticism surrounding like her personality and her laid back that like made her feel very cool and like
right, exactly.
But like Meg seems to be like she's in love with falling in love, because we'll also get to what she does after this. But Eva tells her after she doesn't turn around that if they were on the outside, like she would have been left. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it just seemed like they are two opposites. Like Eva seems like the person that is a commitment phobe, and Meg seems like the person that's like head over heels after date 3. So it's like it was doomed from the jump.
Yeah.
Right. The infatuation was bound to kind of fizzle out after a while. But also, like them being on the show, you know, they really probably, like you were saying, were trying harder than they would at any other point in their life ever, if they ever met. Because it was kind of boring. It was kind of basic. Like there wasn't any real growth there. I don't think. Like I don't know. Honestly, I've been forgetting about them as like a couple. Yeah, like I focused more on like freaking Kara, Georgia, and Nay and Priya, like the ones that actually seem like they're growing. And then them, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, them, so
Yeah. Yeah. I think of them when Eva's talking about how she was into straight girls, and then we get to this reunion, she's femming it up, and she's just like, hey, I learned from all of this that I can be comfortable with my femininity and masculinity. And it's like, good. She says no more to straight girls. I want to believe that, but
Yeah.
we'll never
She was
know.
so pretty at the reunion. When she popped out, I was like, oh, okay, girl. So
Yeah.
Right. No, I mean, we love a switch. That's my family of people. But at the same time, it's like I feel like she was just trying to kind of like embrace the moment and like have like something to say and stuff like that, Which, I mean, it's June, so I'm not gonna bash anything. But yeah, it would just seem like it was a little bit,
I'm happy for those who can relate. Like that's like the upside to everything with these stories. Now let's talk about Meg, because this bisexual, she said this is like the other side of the coin when it comes to like there's Eva, who's like the player and everything, and then there's Meg, because Meg claimed in a compatibility test that she was in love with this girl. This girl says no to her in front of her friends and family. According to her own timeline, once everyone, the whole cast, so the show has ended, they flew back. She slid into Layla's DMs, and then they met up a week and a half later for this. How do you go from falling in love with someone to this? I'm confused.
I mean, are you though? Because like that tracks for the lesbian community, like in and out, girl. Like we are like at your door with all our stuff, like after 2 weeks. So it's
That's
like as much as I would like to be surprised about it, I'm really not. Because I mean, can we also talk for a second about how Layla didn't choose Thea? Thea. Like I felt like there was something up with that. Because I'm like, why wouldn't she go after that? So maybe something happened between her and Meg in the house that made her like think that was an option for her maybe later. I don't know. I'm just like, why wouldn't that work? You know what I mean? It's gorgeous.
Yes.
And she didn't really give like an answer or anything. It was just very, very weird the whole time. And then she leaves and it's like, what? So I was like, well, maybe she's like someone else or something like that. And she can't really. And then seeing them, it was like,
that tracks.
You know what I'm saying? And then Meg and freaking Eva's relationship kind of just fell apart out of nowhere too. So it was just kind of like, okay, like maybe something happened off camera that we really didn't get to see or whatever. I don't know why they wouldn't show it, but that's just a theory.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, Layla basically admitted as much at the reunion. She's like, I had a crush on Meg, which like makes the crying and like maybe I can't move at this pace make a little bit more sense, because again,
she's lying.
Exactly. You can't move at this.
I'm like, what? You meet one person and then it doesn't work, and now you're on a show and now you don't want to talk to nobody else. And Thea is gorgeous.
She was waiting to see what was going to happen, but
exactly, it didn't work out. Yeah, like come on, girl. Just I wish she would have just leaned into that. That would have been great TV.
Exactly.
But with her like being like sad and like distant and doing all this weird shit, and then now Thea has to leave too, and it's like, okay, like what?
Honest, girl, maybe something else could have shook out.
Exactly. You never know.
That makes a lot more sense. I wish we saw more of like the messy connections. Like I get editors are like, I have to follow whatever story leads to the finale, but this,
as we all know,
definitely something there, because you're not just popping up in a relationship a week later, and you already know who to DM and what to say.
Right. Exactly. Like it just didn't seem like. I mean, even them. Like, look at the picture of them sitting there on the couch and stuff. It's like, okay, something's been going on. Like, yeah, we move quick, but they look like they have like chemistry.
Yeah.
So maybe there was some like cute friendship moments that got cut. Maybe there was some like maybe more type of moments that got cut and stuff like that. But this definitely does not look like, hey, we just met yesterday.
Exactly.
For sure. And then this reunion was filmed 8 months after. So if I met up with you a week and a half after filming, slid in the DMs before that, this is like 8 months. Like
Yeah,
longer than they was in the house.
They're 8 months strong. Like lesbian contact like 3 years.
Crazy.
They're in it deep.
That is so wild to me.
For sure.
Now the next we can talk about Georgia and Kara. Tiffany, what did you think of this couple?
Georgia and Kara, I never really knew what to make of them. I felt like they took me on an emotional roller coaster a little bit because it's like some days they on, some days they off. I'll be honest, there were certain times where I thought they was gonna break up because they like wasn't talking to each other and being weird, and then Georgia
was being weird,
distant and in her head and stuff. So I'm like, oh, they ain't gonna make it. But then, you know, they ended up exactly, how I thought they would at the reunion. But Georgia and Kara was never a couple that I was like, yeah, this couple is going the distance. I just never saw it for them.
They're kind of boring. Kind of cookie cutter. Like, again, like, I don't know. Like, they look cute together, but that's it.
They ain't got nothing else. No, like, they're not interesting to watch together.
No, and then Georgia, I like that she's a lot more emotional than she looks. She has like a soft side, but I feel like she's bad at communication. So that combination is like, it just makes everything kind of crazy. And Cara, she was fed up a couple of times. Like when I was just like, okay, like what are we doing? Like you need to get it together.
Yeah, I wish we had some real conversations between them because it's so obvious that like Georgia, she plays football over there. That is her career. That is her life. Yeah. I'm sure that they were having some like complicated conversations of like, look, do you understand? This is how much I'm going to be training. I'm not going to always be around. When they have the parents come, Georgia tells her parents like, Kara has her own thing, and that's really important to me. And I'm like, well, I wonder what Kara is doing. And then for Kara, by the reunion, I was like, I've kind of tracked it slowly throughout the season. I was like, Kara was really on a journey in a way that others weren't, that she was bisexual, but this seemed to be the first time she was surrounded by queer women, and she was learning a lot as she went. And like, this is the first woman she introduced to her freaking mom. I feel like there actually is so much depth between them that they just really, really narrowed it down to like, honestly, I think for once the pinnacle white couple were like done a disservice for being the pinnacle white couple,
Yeah.
Okay. I can hear you out on that. Yeah,
everybody kept saying, oh, Georgia and Kara, they're so strong, they're so this, they so that. And I'm just like, I have yet to see that. Like, why are y'all not, it's not giving that. So I agree. There might be a lot of like depth there that's being left out in the edit, but enough wasn't given to me for me to be like, yeah, I'm rooting for y'all.
Yeah.
For sure. And their personalities is kind of just like very, for lack of a better word, vanilla. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there were other couples that it was just, they were cooler to like be fans of. But that's just me.
Yeah. It's no surprise though that they did kiss. I liked that Georgia went for the halter. I'm usually interested in what like the formal mask person's gonna wear, and I liked this.
Yeah, so much better than a tank top because this is a look.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. Super cute.
Now, I don't have a picture of Kara. First of all, Kara has a breakup bob.
I saw.
Yeah. She's looking great, but it's like I was seeing people joke about like that breakup was not as amicable as they're making it because she got a breakup bob.
Yeah, anytime you shave your hair, like you get a cut or a hair color or something like that, that's like the sign of trauma. Like a lot. It's a deep wound. So, but I mean, at least she looks good. She's rocking it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia's not there at the reunion because she has a game, which she was like, as you guys know, like football's life for me. And it's like, actually, I don't know.
I did not know that until the reunion. So thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. Now, and then are we talking like football or soccer?
Yeah, soccer.
I thought it was soccer.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she looks, I was like, football. I mean, she could play, like, there are women's leagues, and that's why I just wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do know that, like, they're year round, like, with everything and stuff like that. So, yeah. I wish she would have talked about it more, or they would have, like, kind of, like, shown pictures of her team a little bit more, and, like, I don't know. But,
Yeah. Kara basically said their communication was shit.
which isn't surprising, especially if, like, this is someone who's talking about how she's traveling and doing football and that's her number one priority. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. No. Even in the same house, like, Georgia wasn't great with the communication. So I don't know how that was going to happen.
Exactly. I don't feel like this goes back to, dang, what was that one couple? The blonde girl and the girl with the taper.
Abby and Alicia.
Yeah.
I like them. I love them. I felt like they got so short.
Right. So, like, I feel like they were, like, having issues, but they were, like, building, and, like, their communication was getting better and stuff like that. But the ones that weren't doing it, look at them.
Look at their shirt too.
The fits are fit. But yeah, so I was just like, they cut them because they felt like they were having issues, but the difference is, like, they were getting stronger and they were, like, learning each other, like, as it went on. The other couples, I felt like were intimidated by that and cut them early because they weren't having good communication and they weren't growing. They were all, like, in very, like, honeymoon phase. And then once it started getting rough towards the end, it's like, okay, everybody's dropping like flies. And no one's shocked. Like, are we shocked? No, we're not shocked.
No.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm shocked that Alicia and Abby are still together. I'm happy. I'm so happy.
I'm not shocked that they're still together at all. That's the one couple who I thought was going to stay together no matter what.
Yeah, like, that's why I was so, like, for the last time we talked, that's why I was like, I have no idea why they did that. Like, they are, like, real world potential, and that's what it looks like. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't know. I think maybe, like, my sadness and disappointment, and then watching them on social media, I was like, Alicia looks sad. I was like, I don't think she's in like, I was so reading it.
Cherry picking, just looking for anything.
Exactly. You have to. You have to if you don't know. But I am so happy that they are still together. And, like, we didn't get a couple dumping like that the rest of the season. I wish this never happened, because what was the point?
Why get rid of one couple if you're not going to do it again?
Exactly.
A couple more people that should have got the boot after them.
I agree.
And then this didn't end the way I thought. I thought they were gonna vote on a couple and they get something. So it wasn't even like a game move.
No, it was terrible. I thought it was gonna be like a date or something.
Something. It was that was just unfortunate. Like I said, they cut their screen time for no reason. They were the one that had the most promise, and it shows in real life. And I just feel like the other people were intimidated because maybe they felt like, I mean, they should know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how forthcoming production was being with them about, like, what's the point or whatever, what we build towards. But I just feel like that was a big mistake.
Big mistake. And oh my gosh, we can go back to Priya, because Priya and Nay were the ones who made this decision.
So sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, back at the ranch. Y'all need to be worried about. Once I saw how everything ended, I was just like, the irony in all of it. How dare?
Okay, actually, let's take it back, because Tiffany, you did have to watch the whole season a little bit later. What were your thoughts in episode 1 when Priya was like, yeah, I was engaged to this woman I never met who's in the U.S. military before I got here, and yeah.
So when I watched that, my initial thoughts were the same thoughts that Nay had, were, okay, this girl might not be like rap too swift when it comes to relationships and how she wants to move, or at least not, let me not say not rap too swift. This girl might not be aligned with what Nay is looking for. So that's why I thought Nay was going to choose Demi over Priya, because I'm like, you know what? I feel like I could see Nay and Demi going the distance before I could see her and Priya going the distance, just based off of that statement alone. Because I'm like, this girl is doing too much too soon. And I don't know if this is an orange flag or a red one, but it certainly ain't green.
Right. Now, one thing I will say though about the military situation is that those guys will throw a ring at you so quick. Hi, I'm those guys. Because it's just beneficial and it just makes more sense for the lifestyle and you get extra benefits. And there's a lot of contract marriages that go on. So her being engaged to someone is a big thing, but them being military, it makes it less for me. I don't know why.
So 2 months is not crazy to you? That you never met?
I've seen it. I've seen it happen.
Like that you never met in person. 2 months.
Yeah, like so people get on social media and then they're like, oh my God, like, you know, just pull up. We can get a house. We can do this. We can do that. No, like in the normal world, like civilian world, 100% weirdos. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that contracted stuff, like, hey, like, be my wife on paper. We can get this money. So I don't know, like, maybe it was one of those situations. You know, she just didn't want to say that for the show or whatever. But it be happening, girl. It be happening.
So
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I wasn't surprised. I'm like, you have to be careful. You have to be careful.
And they're smooth and they will fly you out and take you this place to that place. And especially like her being a lesbian, like it already moves fast. So if you have somebody that's like, I'll take care of you. You come stay at my house. Like you don't gotta worry about nothing. This and that. Some people eat that up. And then they're like, man, matter of fact, what are we waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Like, a matter of fact, like, will you marry me?
Listen, I'm somebody who, like, I consider myself to be a lover girl, right? I fall in love, I think, pretty easily.
Yeah.
Well, not easily, but I fall in love. It doesn't take
if it's what you like.
Yeah, if it's what I like, then I'm not playing games. If it's what I like, then I'm not playing games. But 2 months is absurd to me. Me being a straight woman who is not in the military, I'm just like, I cannot fathom that. Even being the head over heels hopeless romantic that I am. Yeah.
No, it's really kind of like, it's crazy, but you get two women together, the emotions are so high all the time. And if you just know, if you're one of those people that say all the right things at all the right times, and you don't drop no balls. Now you can't drop no passes at all. To get that quick, like that just tells me that girl was not dropping any passes, or it was a contract situation and she just didn't want to say that on camera. But it's good TV for her to be like, oh yeah, I was about to get married last week, but not give any context for real.
Yeah.
You know? Because they didn't get into it.
They didn't. And like, this is where I'm like, no one had follow-up questions because I want to know.
Partner. Like, girl, she said it was this year. You got nothing else to ask?
Exactly. I wanted the conversation that Nay and Priya had after this. First of all, why did y'all break up? Like, how are you feeling about this? How long ago did that happen?
Was the last time y'all spoke? Was the last time you seen her?
Are you guys friends?
Are you still living together?
Yes. All of those things should have was probably talked about, and yet we didn't see it. And then even at the reunion, I was like, okay, they really waited to the end to dive into this, and I still was like not satisfied with how this played out.
I needed more, because how dare you? Let me tell you something. Kudos to Nay for even being able to sit on the couch across from her after pulling a stunt like that, because I wouldn't have done it. There's
exactly.
True. Like, I don't know. Like, bringing up the whole Virgo thing again, like, I feel like she was just being cool, calm, and collected because she's not trying to mess up her money. And
you're right.
Like, I feel like it would have been the same story for me. I just sat there, made my comments, been in peace. It kind of goes back to like Mal from what was that?
The Queer Ultimatum.
Queer Ultimatum, and how she was just like, she just had like this calmness about her. I mean, she still had like things that she had to say, but she's a Virgo too. It's just like, we know what we know, and we're gonna let you do what you're doing. But at the end of the day, I'm not doing anything to mess up my check, and I'm not doing anything for you anymore because you're like dead to me. But we can make Dead to Me look really cute.
Well, Nay's busy today on TikTok. We got a part 1 of Surviving Priya. So
I'm gonna have to go watch that.
Oh, I need it.
I need that in my life.
It's really short. It hasn't gotten into anything yet, but I'm like, all right, where's part 2, Nay?
Right, is she gonna have like a series?
See,
I love that.
That's what the people need. Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yes. But this was crazy because like, so Eva said this earlier. She was like, oh, meeting the parents. Like when I basically fucked up over one girl before, she was like, and you met my mom. Now, Nay said her mama don't fly. This was the first time her mom flew anywhere. Her mom has fibromyalgia, and Priya was sitting there like just, and that's the thing that's driving me nuts. Also,
I wanted to fight you because how
my mom has fibromyalgia too, and that's not cool.
No, this was beyond crazy. And I like that Nay's mom, first of all, is gorgeous. I love when Priya was complimenting Nay. She was like, I know who my child is. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And also both of their smiles are great. Now, when Danny Minogue asked what happened after, and Nay said, oh, she got married to her ex, why was Priya mad?
Because did that not happen? Let me tell you something. The way Nay came out the gate with the guns ablaze, I screamed. I'm like,
Priya, why are you mad? Why do you have the audacity to be mad? And then she was like, I was going to be nice. But then it's like, what do you have anything negative to say about Nay?
That's what I'm saying. And she knew that when she went on there. That's what I said. She got to say, keep it pushing. It is nothing to prove. It's nothing to have to. Like, okay, we're on TV. Might as well make it a moment. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, she wasted enough of her time. She's trying to level up. Trying to go to the next thing. So it is what it is.
Now, to break down what even happened, Priya says that she broke up with his ex before the show. She got back in touch. This is where I'm really mad, because it would be one thing. It's like, okay, you guys broke up and you weren't in contact. But she said that they got in touch before the show. So they were talking. She was like, I'm about to go on this show. Crazy. She went on the show. Apparently afterwards, she stayed with Nay for a week. Then she answered her ex's calls. And then she decided, oh, I'm going to go with the person because history. First of all, how much history? You never even met the person. What? You actually spent more time physically with Nay than whoever this person is.
Which makes me feel like she never was planning on being with whomever she ended up with after this show. I feel like this was just all one big ruse
experience.
And just for the clout and the fun. Like, she never was going to be with Nay, and she knew that.
She knew it. I hate that this shit also seems to happen more to Black women on these shows. Like, what's going on?
Yep. Either we don't make it past the first episode or like the first like little moment, or we make it to the end with the person that literally doesn't even want us to begin with and is just here for TV. It's literally no in between. I don't think I've seen, maybe once, there was like, oh man, it was like a dark skinned couple, like both of them, girl and boy. I can't remember their names.
Wait, what show is this?
Love Island.
Are you talking about Love Island USA or Love Island UK?
UK, I believe. Yeah, UK.
That's a different
UK, I believe, or it was either UK or Australia. But it was like I used to watch Love Island like back before like the US had like had them. You know, I just love the accents. That was my favorite thing. And that's the only time I've ever really seen like it last and stuff like that. So yeah, I hate that for us. But at the same time, knowing that before you go on shows like this, knowing that they're probably gonna make you look crazy or put you with somebody that ain't really for you. It is what it. I don't know.
I personally never go on a dating show. That's where I draw the line. Like, competition shows count me in. A dating show, you know what? It's not my thing, because y'all not about to have me out here pouring my heart out on TV just to get played.
Yeah.
like Too Hot to Handle or something like that.
Okay. That is not a dating show. I feel like Too Hot to Handle.
Something fun, like something funny, you know what I'm
They
saying?
there to
Like,
play around.
yeah, exactly. Like if the like I wouldn't go on like Love is Blind or like anything like that.
No.
It's too serious.
My
But
love
something
is
that
not blind.
everybody
My
right.
love is definitely not blind.
My love can see all of it.
Facts. Facts.
But yeah, going
So
on something that's like more fun, like Too Hot to Handle or like Perfect Match or something like that. That's like a party house, basically. It's just
Yeah.
fun. So, I don't know. That's
For
my thought.
sure.
Yeah.
I agree. I just, this is so crazy to me.
This was like the juxtaposition between them and what is it, Abby Alicia?
Yeah.
They got rid of the only couple that survived.
I
Exactly.
know.
Foolishness to be the outcome. Are you crazy?
Can we talk
I
about
know.
his outfit? It's the only one that she dropped. She's giving like like I'm not a fan. She looks like somebody like auntie uncle. I'm not a fan of it.
It's the oversized jacket. I
Yeah,
think
it makes her look too old.
Yes.
Like it ages her. She looks like 30 years older than she is.
Yeah.
I feel like you said, they should have like fit her jacket or something, or like had her hair down. You know, if they were gonna whatever.
Yeah.
Like this ain't giving it. And she was really giving it. She was serving looks the whole season.
Yeah, I
and
know.
now to put her like this in the reunion, I was like, y'all didn't have to do that to my girl. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked her white button down. I was like, oh, she looks so clean in the final kiss and everything.
It was giving wedding. It was giving very much, spring. Here I am. Like
every time I see this, it make me mad.
I know. I don't know what Priya can even say to try. That's my thing. It's like, I'm glad Nay said what she wanted to say, but part of me wants the alternative universe of Priya trying to spin that shit. Because
and then
she would have
it up.
Exactly. Like, how are you gonna spin that you got married to the person you already knew before the whole entire show and you took that spot from someone else?
If I had to guess, I would say that Priya would have got up there and be like, you know what? Things just didn't work out with us. And then I ended up, rekindling with such and such and trying to frame it as it just didn't work out. And this is the result. Instead of saying like, we didn't work out because I was really planning on being with my ex the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you even think Nay is going to go along with that? The big thing that, and I didn't like this, Danny Minogue, this is the first fumble that I think she had as a host, because she was trying to give, I think, Priya an out. She was like, well, Nay, didn't you say that usually you would date more than one person? And Nay's like, it's not even just
so much grace in that moment. She should have grilled her. She should have
exactly. And Nay was like, it's not even that. It's that I found out from someone else, which I wish that person was probably behind them.
Yes.
was also on the cast.
Yeah, I told her because who did Priya tell that told Nay? I just know it was messy. I needed
so messy
in this situation. I needed so much more.
I mean, they all looked shook and gagged when Nay said it, but it might have been more about the delivery than like breaking news. But I mean, Priya claimed Amy was her bestie, so
I feel like it could have been Amy.
Yeah,
it
could have been. It could have been. So I haven't seen Priya's wife yet on the socials.
Not Priya's wife. Oh,
I need to see. All I'm saying is that the wife better be smoking hot baddie.
Right.
You're gonna play in Nay's face the way she did.
It's not the wife's fault.
All right. Oh yeah, you're right. And I'm really
the other person who did not even know Priya. Priya's the one who is crazy because
But Nay, I mean, she just
that
went
poor
out
wife is gonna
bad.
catch
I felt bad.
That poor wife is gonna catch heat when she finally do pop out.
Because now when you think, if you're the other person, you just proposed to this person after talking to them online for 2 months. You're questionable a little bit for that. But then it don't work. And then that person calls you up and it's like, oh, by the way, I'm going to be gone filming this like lesbian dating show. It's like, what?
Yeah, the twist could be she didn't even know she was on the show to begin with.
Who knows?
That
Or
would
she
be
could have
great.
lied about what type of show it was.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then now you watching it on TV, and you thought that y'all was on a break, and really she out here with Nay on TV.
Or they could have colluded, like, oh, you gonna go on this show, become an influencer, come home with your new followers, and then we're gonna speed off into
and then we're gonna get this money.
We've
See,
seen
I
that.
hope that's what it is. I
really feel that that's what it is. I do think.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's what it is, at least it wasn't like, I don't know. At least it was for a reason and not just her. No, Priya just being dumb and just breaking Nay's heart for no reason. And like there was a plan to go through, and she's just not that. I mean, it still makes her a shitty person.
I was about to say, I feel like that
know.
makes it a little bit worse.
I don't know. I'm just like, at least there was thought behind it. But could you imagine if she was just like, no, I'm actually just this reckless, and there's no reason. I'm just like a piece of shit. I don't know.
I mean,
it's bad if you do, damn if you don't.
2 months to a stranger, that kind of told me everything I need to know about who she was as a person.
Also, this whole cast is young. Like, I think about that as well when they're like, oh, you
23,
know,
24.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all so young. And I think about that when they're talking about how quickly they moved on. It's like, sure, lesbian, this and that, but also you guys are babies. Like, you guys bounce back from almost anything at this point.
Yeah.
I agree. And I used to be offended about that baby word because y'all know I'm a little real. But
we all get older. Like,
right, but I used to like be like, baby, like I got my stuff together, da 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 da. But now that I'm not 24, 25 no more, I'm like, yeah, no, I really didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But
Auntie not. I'm auntie. Auntie not doing all that. I'm not.
Yeah.
Nah. Now, another update. Forenza has a girlfriend, which I also looked on TikTok. She got red hair. She looks like Amy.
Stop.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. I looked at the TikTok and I was like, oh. And then all the comments are talking Amy. And I was like, I would hate that. I would hate that if I did my girlfriend.
Lord of mercy.
No.
So that's an update.
It'd be like that.
Here are well, Demi's an original, but we got our other bombshells. Forenza hooked up Demi with her first partner, guys.
I'm not mad at that.
Love
I'm
it.
not mad at that. And they look very happy.
Yeah.
They do. I was happy to hear that. I mean, you know, I've never been Team Fiorenza, and I stick beside myself on that. But I'm glad that she looked out for Demi. You know,
so
because
they were like looped up in the beginning. She was like, you know what, you're not for me. I got a friend.
Yeah, like I feel like she alley-ooped, and it was rightfully so. So I'll wipe the plate clean for
so
Demi.
pretty.
And that's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Like,
that's
are
why
you
we were so heartbroken.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, her and Thea. It's crazy.
First of all, the bob braids, I've been wanting that so much, and seeing her pop up with those, I was like, oh, I want my hair done so badly.
Okay.
But
I feel like that would be a cute look on you.
Thank you. Forenza is in a band, so I think Demi's partner is in that band from what I gather from like social media. Cute. So yeah, and she once again is like, yeah, I found my place in the community, So very happy about that. The one black love we got is not on camera.
Dang.
Yeah. But hey, look.
You know what?
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
Yeah, a win is a win. I'm happy for them.
M sitting next to Demi. M says she's traveling and she's enjoying the women on those travels.
She outside.
Right, basically. Very eloquent way to put it.
Yes. And then Beth, I love the curly hair on Beth.
Yeah, she looked really cute. She looked really cute.
She looks very cute.
Yes, yes.
That was one other one that I felt like was so short because of the Fiorenza Fury. And I'm just glad that that's over for her and she can, you know, get back out there or whatever.
Yeah. Also, how the whole cast reacted to Beth and her dating stories. I was like, what is Beth up to?
Yeah. We needed more there. We needed more there. For sure.
Yeah, I would love a camera crew just following around this messy ass friendship group. And then lastly, Thea.
The,
Thea's just
the beauty, the freaking,
beauty.
She's
the
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Like,
Literally, oh my God, seeing her be fumbled was just so incredible. It was like
It's
are
the
you
biggest
kidding me?
tragedy of the show.
no justice, no justice in the world, I swear. But Thea, she was like, I'm gonna plug this music though. I'm
Right,
leaving here with something.
right. I'm leaving here with something. Literally,
Yes. And
literally.
I like Danny Minogue as a host because she's always trying to be up in it. She's like, I like your music. And I was like, okay, Danny. Okay,
Right.
I like
She did
it.
her research. Okay, girl.
Supporting her, yeah.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
I think that's mainly everything that we got out of this cast. Is there anything else
Yeah.
you guys wanted to talk about?
Well, not really, but like this was a great show. I really appreciate you suggesting it. I had
Same.
to chill, and it was awesome.
I had never seen it before, but I
Me
think that
neither.
I'm a fan now. This was a good
Yeah.
show.
It was good. Yeah, I would definitely watch like the next season or whatever if they bring it back or whatever.
Yeah.
So, it was
I
good.
heard you're doing I Kissed a Boy next. I'm tuned in.
Yes. So
Yeah.
technically they did I Kissed a Boy first.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And that is now available in the US, I think, on Hulu. And then they're filming a second season, which is such a good, hopefully this means that we'll get I Kissed a Girl season 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
crossed.
thrilled. And then hopefully then this show will also come to Hulu in the future. Hopefully I'll be able to get some interviews with the cast and
Definitely.
That would
We're
be
gonna speak that. We're gonna speak that into existence.
absolutely,
sure.
absolutely.
International shit. We love it.
Yes. Do we have a beautiful black moment of these episodes?
Demi getting a boo.
Demi
That's
getting
my
a
yeah.
boo.
That's my beautiful black moment right there. Because Lord knows I had love for my girl from the jump, and I hated seeing her go out the way she went. And then they played with her, which she was keeping her options open, but you know she got the short end of the stick. And I hate any black woman having a plight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see that she up now and she got a boo and she happy and everything like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Same. Because you know they be getting the short end of the sticks on these dating shows. And I just knew it was gonna be her the first episode. I'm like, I'm calling it. But shout out to my girl. She got somebody, and half the people that made it to the end don't. So
and that's just the whole thing. That's just tea.
Yeah. I think my beautiful black moment was Nay and her mom. I love their relationship so much. It's just beautiful.
Definitely. Like I'm really, really close to my mom, so seeing them is like my mom is actually here right now.
Aww.
She's visiting me. Right, she'll be up here for a week. So it's always cool to see, you know, especially like mass presenting women being like super close with their like feminine ass mama or whatever. So yeah, it's cool.
Absolutely. That was going to be another option for me. I'm then going to say Thea talking about her music. And yeah, I love that for her. Also, honestly, it's going to be tied with Neg and her look back, though, honestly.
Yes. Yeah. Don't give her no peace.
Yeah. And don't think I didn't notice, like the whole season, Nay, I think was like the least followed cast member. That changed on social media, and I'm glad to see it. It's sad that this was for Nay. Exactly. Sad I took that, but yeah. How about our chaotic bye moment of these episodes?
This one's always hard for me to think about. Chaotic bye moment.
I don't know if it's chaotic, but I definitely peeped when Kara tried to kind of go at Priya as if she wasn't also saying the same things about Hannah. And she was like, you know, it's just between them. Like, I wouldn't like, you know, she tried to kind of like back up, like, yeah, I'm not one to start like the drama. But like, girl, you and Georgia was talking smack about Hannah the same way Priya and Nay was. So I thought that was a little chaotic for me because everybody definitely tried to point the finger, and I'm like, now you know, girl.
No, for sure. I would say like mine is like because Meg is bi, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So Meg, she had a lot of like she was going in this whole time. She had a lot of issues. So we could say her and Eva not working out and stuff like that. Like, or we could say her now being with Layla, which tracks for them, like kind of
Bounce back is
always moving
crazy.
on, always kind of flip flopping. So I would say our chaotic bi moment is Meg and her shit show because she had a lot
Yeah.
going on. She had a lot going on, and they always do. And it's two women or whatever, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think yours is more of a chaotic bi moment than mine. Mine is just plain messy.
They do the bi. No offense. I mean, we love the bees,
Yes.
but they do be messy. They do be having. No offense, Nicole, but
Yeah.
it
I
do be a lot
mean,
going on.
the bisexuals are outnumbered by lesbians on this show, and the lesbians were
Yeah.
messy.
No, we were
So,
messy, but we own our messy. You know what I'm saying? Like we will own it. We
I
are
don't
messy.
know. It doesn't seem like Priya's owning it.
Oh, Priya's a special case. Lord of mercy.
Priya's
We
not
don't like, and one thing we don't own Priya. Look, we don't claim Priya. You
Oh,
know,
no,
we're
you're
team
just
team
owning
Nay
her.
over here. Look.
Yeah. This this is a buy for buy couple right here. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to them. It's I'm gonna say mostly chaotic good. I don't think anyone was hurt by this, but it's also just like a side eye to both of you.
Super side eye, bombastic. Like
You could have just said that. I would have loved.
side eye.
yeah, literally. I was just like, oh, for real?
Yeah. But I also was like, this show be mad racially segregated, and they shut me up the next episode.
Yeah. True.
So we got our swirl at what cost?
Like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I like this top on Layla.
Oh yeah. Layla, her body is just great. So I don't think she can wear anything and it look bad, to be honest.
True.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think we talked it all out.
I think so too.
That was a good one. Yeah.
For people who want to follow Sabiyah, where can people follow you?
You can follow me really on all social media platforms. If you just type in Sabiyah Broderick, I'm the only one, pretty much. But on IG, it's _ the solar, like your soul, Poppy, PAPI. So yeah.
Yeah. And then where can people follow you, Tiffany?
Unfortunately, I don't have as unique of a name.
I'm screaming.
But you can follow me on all platforms at Tiffy Crazy Cool, TIFFY Crazy Cool.
Yes.
TLC.
Beautiful art. For me, I am Nicole Weaver, your host. Please follow Black Bi Reality across all socials. Yes. We sadly wrapped up I Kissed a Girl, but we are going to be talking about Perfect Match later this month.
Right.
And yes, more messy dating.
Right. That show is so awesome. I love Perfect Match.
Yeah. And then Big Brother coming up later. So
yes.
Dang.
Who knows who these Here we go again.
That's how I feel about Survivor. It's like, man, here we go. 47.
Yeah, catch your break. Let's do it. We back here again.
All right.
So yeah, stay tuned for all of that. Please leave your comments below of what we had to say and just the episode in general. Like and subscribe.
Comment, subscribe. Bye.
Ending. Boom.